Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Melissa. I'm your host, Melissa. Cheers. Before we dive into today's topic and a few other announcements, I want to just give a shout out to my sister, Heather. She is amazing. I love her so much, but she gave me these beautiful bee earrings made out of wood, and I know you probably can't see them very well right now, but they're so cute. They're shaped just like our Honeybee Wellness logo. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't been to our website, melissaking.net or honeybee.kitchen, they both take you to the same place. Go to my About page and you'll learn that why I named the business Honeybee Wellness. So anyways, thank you, Heather. Love you. And it's coffee, not wine. If it was maybe a little later in the day, if we didn't have this virus spreading like wildfire, I'd probably have a glass of wine to toast to you, Heather. So cheers. Anyway, moving on. So speaking of the virus that's spreading like wildfire, I just want to kind of share a few thoughts with you that have been going through my mind. And I know you've heard this a lot. There's so much, believe it or not, there's so much good that can come out of all this. And I feel like we need to acknowledge what's happening. We need to acknowledge, the people who are getting it, the vulnerable people, the hospital workers, all the doctors, the nurses, all the medical staff. And we need to recognize that, yes, they're overwhelmed. And it literally is a global health crisis that we're going through right now. And there are people passing away, which is very, very sad. It just breaks my heart. But I also feel like there's a lot of really good things that will come out of this. I feel like a lot of people are having some aha moments. And I feel like it's really important to let your emotions flow during this time. Don't keep them in. Well, you should never suppress your emotions, but really let it all out. Start journaling or talk to someone you trust about it, a therapist. If you work with a therapist or someone you trust, like a mentor at work, someone you can confide in, a spouse. My sister and I had a long conversation yesterday afternoon about all this stuff. And, I feel like this is a great opportunity to bring people closer together, because we have never experienced something like this. No one. Well, there was, one woman who, I guess my husband told me last night, just passed away from COVID-19 because she was 108, but she was alive during the Spanish flu pandemic in 1918. But she was little, so she probably doesn't really remember a lot of it. But it's crazy, But I really want to focus on really feel your emotions, really let them all out. I had a total breakdown yesterday. Total breakdown, anxiety attack, crying. And I feel so much better today because I just let it all out. And I took a break. I stepped aside. My husband and I made popcorn and we watched a movie in bed. We watched the original Journey to the Center of the Earth, 1959. And it was so fun and relaxing. So just, even if you're still working, which that's amazing. I know a lot of people are not, but really focus on what you can control right now, and you can control, how you react to things. So really, let your emotions out, cry if you need to, yell if you need to, go punch a pillow, an inanimate object. Don't punch a person, please do not. But really let your feelings out and let those emotions go, and you'll feel so much better. If you haven't had a chance to do it, hop on over to our blog, because I posted an article last Monday about 3 of my takeaways from this pandemic. so far, and there will be more to come because there's so much, so many areas in which we could all grow from this whole experience. So with that being said, we're going to continue today our Star Wars quote series. So the one today is, "You can't stop change any more than you could stop the sun from setting." And Shmi Skywalker, Anakin's mother, said this to him in episode 1. And it's really powerful because with everything happening right now, I thought this was appropriate. And this is just like the universe, because the universe like coming together, because I plan these out weeks in advance, sometimes months in advance. And this quote just happened to be this on my schedule for this week. So it just worked out really well, I feel like. So I also feel like change is really the only constant in the world. We're always changing. We're always growing physically. You know, our nails grow, our hair grows. You know, we're always changing and evolving. And I really feel like we're always changing as people too, as a society. You know, laws are changing, new laws are implemented, and old laws are out. New rules apply, new businesses emerge. You know, other businesses that are maybe a little outdated go out of business. Technology is new. Technology is growing so fast. It's always, 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 always changing. So I feel like when we just accept that, then we can handle it and navigate it a lot better. Now, with folks with anxiety, I get it. This is, and depression too. People with anxiety, you know, you're worried about the future, and I get it. And there's probably a lot of that right now, because there's probably a lot of anxiety and depression because we're anxious about what's going to happen. We don't know when this is going to end. Hopefully in the next 4 to 6 weeks, but we don't know if it'll pop up again, you know. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now. However, with that being said, I feel like if we, knowing that and accepting it, that there's going to be a lot of changes, some drastic changes, as there already have been the last couple weeks. And that if we accept that and just learn to roll with the punches, then, like I said, we can navigate it much better. But so people with anxiety really, one thing that I've been doing is really kind of taking a deep breath, focusing on the positive, putting my blinders on and focusing on my online business school. I'm focusing on how I could serve you guys. You know, what can I offer you at this time of uncertainty to help you get through it? And to how can I be of service to you guys and to my family? You know, checking in with my family daily, you know, checking in with my husband daily, even though obviously we live together, but really doing that. And that's something we learned in our premarital counseling, is to check in with each other every day. Like, how are you feeling? You know, you feeling good? Anything you want to talk about? You know, and my little breakdown yesterday, I was really I can get very, very stubborn with some things, and I was driving my husband crazy, just so crazy. But he also realized, he remained very calm, and because he realized that, you know, there's a lot going on and that I needed to just let my emotions, just ride that wave of emotions. And he did, and it just worked out, you know, so great. But we've both had our ups and downs the last couple weeks. But so really focusing on what you can control, and just being okay with change. And then people with depression also have a lot of challenges now, I feel, because they're like us sometimes in our home, we're like, oh my God, we should have saved more money just in case this happened. Maybe we shouldn't have bought this. Maybe we shouldn't have bought that. You know, if you're a homeowner, you're like living paycheck to paycheck. Oh my God, what am I doing? Why did I buy this home? Why didn't I save more money? What was I thinking? You know, really kind of being hard on yourself for the decisions you made in the past, which leads to depression. So I really feel like it's okay to be depressed sometimes, and it's okay to feel anxious. The problem comes in how long you allow yourself to stay in that position. How long are you going to let yourself be depressed? How long are you going to let yourself be anxious? There's no way to live your life. So with that being said, I'm offering weekly lunch and learns for the month of April, and I will send out and they're free weekly lunch and learns every Wednesday at noon Pacific time. And these will be free. We'll talk about various topics each week. They may all be intertwined, they may not. I haven't really decided yet. I know the first one is in 2 days, but I'm really excited. I love doing things like this, you guys. And this is one way that I could support you. And when you join, there's definitely some incentives for joining for free. Like not just like emotional and mental incentives, but some other incentives that I'll be offering that are attached to my other programs. So anyways, yeah, so I want to read the quote again. You can't stop change any more than you can stop the sun from setting. Shmi Skywalker. So I encourage you guys, practice embracing change. Just practice it today. One day. Do it today. One day you can do this. Practice embracing change, and then do it again tomorrow. And then do it again the next day until it becomes a habit. Now, I'll just leave you with this. Remember, it's not always easy. It's simple, but it's not always easy, and that's okay. That's really okay. That's when we grow, when we're outside of our comfort zone. Doesn't matter if you're just a little bit outside. So, and if you need help, I'm here. I offer bi-monthly group coaching. We could do one-on-one coaching. And if you need some help with the investment right now, you really want to do it, but you're unsure about your financial situation, reach out to me. I'm here to help, and I want to be of service to you as best I can. So, all right, enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys around. Cheers.